Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this video I'm going to be pulling my February TBR from my lovely Scooby-Doo TBR jar prompts that I have come up. I think some of them are still more wintry, but otherwise they're just pretty neutral, seasonally appropriate whenever prompts. But yeah, so let's get straight into it. I think I'm going to pick 5 for physical reads, and then I do have I'm gonna combine physical and audiobooks for this, so we might pick like 7 to 8 because I can usually get one of each done a week typically if I'm doing okay. But here's the okay, well, we'll just do both of them. But the first one we have is a book less than 350 pages. Where's the thing? I don't know if you can read it. I have really tiny handwriting, but a book less than 350 pages. So I'm gonna have to go and look on all my bookshelves and see what I have. I think I might have actually a few because I like short books, so I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see by this lovely stack, as well as the printouts of ones I have on audio or NetGalley or things like that, I have a lot of options. I think 11 or 10 options. So let me just quickly go through them, and then I'm gonna off camera narrow it down to 2 because you don't want to be here for the entire hour it's going to take me to sort down from this many. But we have A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic. I own this physically, but I also have the audiobook on Audible, so that's probably how I would listen to it instead of physically reading it. Tinkerbell and Enchanter's Tale. I had an e-arc of this, but I didn't get to it in time, and again, Audible, I have the audiobook of it. Anatomy of an Alibi. I have this from my library using Libby. This is another audiobook. Then we have Defending Elysium. This is a prequel to the Brandon Sanderson, I'm currently reading it, Skyward series. This is like 43 pages novella that you read after book 1, I've been told. So it's very short. I don't know if I will get to this before the current month is up, so this might not be a good contender. But I think if I do pick that one, then this looks really thick. This is actually 3 novellas in here. They're all, I believe, under 350 pages. So I could choose one of these then if I had already read this one, because these will be pretty quickly after. There's a second book, and then I'm supposed to read 2 of these, but that should be fine. Then we have Homegrown Magic by Rebecca Podos and Jamie Paxton, which I'm excited for, but I think it's more of a spring read, so I'd like to read it at least in March. Similarly to that, I also have Get Real Chloe Torres, and this one also looks like a spring read because they're in dresses. And then also I feel similar is Amelia, If Only. So those ones all feel spring to me. And this is by Becky Albertalli, and Get Real Chloe Torres was by Crystal Maldonado. Sorry, I forgot to say the authors' names there. And then 2 more wintry ones that I'm excited about are this one I'm excited about. It's A Love Skate Relationship by Carly J. Corson. It's a hockey, figure skating, sapphic romance story for YA. Super excited about that, so that might be a contender. And then A Midwinter's Tale, which I got for Christmas last year, or 2024, and never got to it because I had double jaw surgery, and surprisingly didn't feel like reading during that time. And then I keep saying I'm going to read it this year, and I've not gotten to it, but it's very thin, so this could be a good option as well. So let me go off camera and narrow it down to like 2 to 3, and then I'll come back. So I've narrowed it down to It's a Love Skate Relationship by Carly J. Corson and A Midwinter's Tale by Lily Hayward? Yeah, Hayward. So these are both obviously more of like, to me, January, February reads, because they are like wintry, because this one's literally Midwinter's Tale. I don't know if it's Christmassy or not. I did start it that year, but never, like, I'm like 2 pages in. And Love Skate Relationship to me feels like a winter read because ice skating and hockey seems wintry to me because they're on ice and they're part of the Winter Olympics. So that's my mindset with this. But since this is a romance, I kind of want to read this in February because Valentine's Day. So I think I'm going to go with It's a Love Skate Relationship by Carly J. Corson. Again, a sapphic YA hockey ice skater romance. I've never read a sport romance, so that'll be interesting to see how I feel about it. But I do love a good sapphic read, and I love YA romances because I'm not hugely into spice. And when I say I'm not hugely into spice, I mean I don't like reading about spice, like, at all, pretty much. Just not for me. but I don't care if other people do it all. Like, I think that's, if that's your type of book, like, more power to you. I love that for you, but for me, it's not for me. Okay, so if you remember, I pulled 2 prompts out of the jar. So this time, here's the second one. It's, maybe I should have read it first. A reread. Okay. So this is not going to be from my physical TBR, but I do think I know exactly the book I'm going to choose. It's on my shelf, but do I go up and get it? Yeah, I will. One second. Okay, so this is the next book I'm choosing for a reread, and it is The Absinthe Underground by Jamie Paxton. I just love this. It was a really cute, cozy, romantic-y book. I read it like 2 or 3 years ago now, and I rated it pretty highly at the time. I don't remember what, because I don't know if I even did star ratings at the time. But I really want to reread it because there's this new book coming out by Jamie Paxton that takes place in the same universe with different characters, and I got an arc of it, and I'm hoping to add it to this TBR as well, so I'd really like to add this one to the list too, just so I can kind of reminisce about this one and see the characters that like have smaller parts take place in each book. I think it would be cool because they're interconnected standalones, kind of, to my knowledge. So I'm excited about that, and this is perfect because I actually did want to reread this already, so great prompt. Okay, on to choosing the third prompt. We have, oh, you choose. I love when the TBR jar is nice. So because of that, I'm going to choose another book by Jamie Paxton, the one I was just talking about, and that is The Hyacinth Labyrinth. Sorry, the printout is not great quality because I just printed it out at home. But this will publish on June 2nd of this year. I believe it's a romantasy, sapphic, romantasy. Yeah, I just said that. It currently only has 1 rating on Goodreads because I know more people use Goodreads, so that's usually where I get this type of data from, even though I prefer Storygraph to it. It's 368 pages, and I need to review it for NetGalley. So thank you to NetGalley for giving me the arc, but I'm going to add this to my TBR, and I'm super excited because this will go great with the reread. Okay, prompt number 4. I think I need to get some audio on here, so let's see. Blue on the cover. Can you... I don't know. Is there a reason people show them in the camera? Is it because people think we're lying? I don't know. I genuinely don't know why people show them. Okay, I have a lot, actually, of audiobooks that have blue on the cover. I would like to do this one, also by Jamie Paxton, part of the standalone series. This is not a reread. It's actually book 1 that I didn't know existed till recently. So I did want to get to this, and I do have the audiobook of it. And I would say it has blue on the cover. It's kind of hard to tell based off my printer if it's black or blue, but I'm thinking it's blue because it doesn't look pigmented enough to be black. But again, that could just be my printer. Otherwise, the Fellowship of Bakers and Magic has blue on the cover, as well as Tinkerbell and Enchanter's Tale, Anatomy of an Alibi, and Defenders of Elysium. Defenders of Elysium is the only one that is not an audiobook, and I might get to it still in January, so because of that, I'm not going to choose that one. But I do want to do an audiobook, so let me kind of look about these for probably longer than I should, and then I'll come back and tell you what I'm going to choose. Okay, so I was between the Vermilion Emporium or Tinkerbell and Enchanter's Tale. So Tinkerbell and Enchanter's Tale, I requested on NetGalley not forever ago, this past year, but it came out in September of 2025. Did not get to it. I'm trying to work on my NetGalley ratio because when I first signed up, I didn't understand the rules of NetGalley, so I didn't understand that you were supposed to read the books. Like, I thought, like, if you didn't want them, you could return them, essentially, unaware that I'd read them. Anyways, because of that, I have a bad ratio on NetGalley, and I'm trying to fix it. I've already improved it by like 15% this past year, trying to improve it more to get to that 80% mark. However, this book I started reading because I was really excited about it, and I soft DNF'd it because I read like 1 chapter, and Tinkerbell in this book is like, I want to go to the mainland, I've never been in the mainland, and I'm like, you went to the mainland in the first Tinkerbell movie. So I got really upset with it, and I soft DNF'd it. But I'm going to give it another try because I do have the audiobook of it now, and I want to rate it for NetGalley. So I'm going to add this one to my TBR, even though I'm not looking forward to it right now. But maybe it'll prove me wrong. Maybe I just had to get past the first 10 pages and actually read it, you know? That's a thought. Okay, prompt number 5. got 2 again. I guess I'll do both. Because I need more prompts anyway. A friend picks your next read. So I'm gonna have to text a friend and ask them to choose my next read. So I will do that off camera, and then I'll probably go to the next prompt because I'm assuming they're not gonna respond right away. So let me go and send that text. Okay, so I sent a text, as you can see, asking her. So we'll see what my friend Savannah has to say. I gave her 4 options because she's not a huge reader, so she's not going to really know what to pick otherwise. So I just gave her 4 options from my TBR. There's one I really don't want her to pick, so I'm hoping she doesn't pick it. But I did put it on there. And oh, I think she's responding, so we'll wait on that. But while she's doing that, let me pick the next one, and that ends on an odd number page. So there we go. I'm gonna have to look through my books yet again, and we'll see where that happens. Interlude to the prompt before this, my friend responded, and as you can see, I was not great with her response. She said, okay, let me think, 2 or 4, and I said, oh my god, I'm going with 2. I really don't want to read 4. I wanted you to pick number 1. Way to let me down. And she said, haha, 2 sounds interesting though. So I'll be reading The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark, which is V.E. Schwab, and I always want to say Caitlin Clark, but that's the basketball player. Something Clark, clearly. I'll look up her name so I have the details when I come back, but it's a thriller, and I have an e-arc of it. Otherwise, it releases April 7th of this year. Thank you, NetGalley, for the e-arc, by the way. Okay, so I have 4 books that end in odd number pages that I'm looked at because I had 4, so I was like, why am I gonna look at more? But we have A Midwinter's Tale again, which I just should read because it's January, it's gonna be February, and after February I'm not gonna want to pick it up until next year. And then we have Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I've been intrigued by this for a while. I finally picked up a copy from Half Price Books, so this is potentially an option. Then we have 2 books here that are in the same series. I've talked about this one by Defending Elysium, again, very short novella. And then we have also by Brandon Sanderson, Starsight, the sequel to Skyward. And this one I might get to in January, so I'm like hesitant to put it on the TBR, but this one I would like to read, but the thing stopping me is it's like 461 pages still. It's Brandon Sanderson, so like he writes a lot, but I don't know if I want to add that many books to my TBR with that long of one. So I think I'm between 2. I think I'm between actually just putting this on here, even though I just told my friend I was not going to add it to my TBR, and then Starsight. But I think it should be this one, right? Like I should definitely put it on my TBR, at least. If I don't get to it, I don't get to it, but if I don't read it now, I have to wait a whole year because it's definitely a seasonal read. I mean, Midwinter's Tale takes place in winter. Yeah, okay, Midwinter's Tale. That's going on my TBR, unfortunately. And The Ending Writes Itself is V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark. I remembered her name now. Sorry about that. Possibly last prompt, depending if it's an audio or physical. If it's physical, I'm going to have to stop because I can't afford another physical book on this TBR. But if it's audio, potentially one more. A library book. I only have 1 library book currently checked out. And, well, no, that's a lie. I have 2 checked out. However, one of them I'm definitely going to finish before the month is over, so I don't want to put that on the TBR, and that's The Night Ends With Us by KX Song. Something else I have to rate on NetGalley. I know, I'm awful. I need to catch up on NetGalley. And the other one is Anatomy of an Alibi, which I could potentially get to before the month is over. And just because those are my only library books that I know of, I think I have the right to skip this prompt and pick another one because those both might be gone before the month is over. So I am just gonna pull another prompt really quick and not do that one because I'm trying to get down my physical TBR and not check out additional library books right now unless they are like audio or like just a compact version of a physical book so I don't have to read it. Ends on an even number. Okay, so this is like the exact opposite of the other prompt I had. I don't know if you can read that. Okay, I already know what I'm picking. No, I don't. I'm between 2. Oh my god. So The Vermilion Emporium, this is an audio, so that would be great to add to the TBR. And the other one, because I already checked these and they didn't work for the other one, The Witch Haven by Sasha Payton Smith, who wrote The Rose Bargain, and I adored that series. I already finished the duology because I had an e-arc of that. That one I did read right away, and I loved it. I did like book one more than that, but I will say, very good duology. Loved every minute of it. Really, really favorite duology, I could say, for a while now. But this is her other book that came out first, actually, her debut, and I wanted to give it a try, but just because this is audio, I think I'm going to go with The Vermilion Emporium, and that'll be every single book from the series that is out, so that's pretty cool that I hopefully will get to them all in February. And I might just pick one more prompt, or maybe not. We'll see. When I cut back, we'll see. So we are going to pick one extra prompt just because I wanted 8 books between audio and physical, and I only have 7. So I'm hoping to get a specific book on my TBR. Let's see if I can do it. A book written by a I don't know if I have any written by a male author, because I think I read all of those already. A book written by a male author. Oh, Brandon Sanderson. Forgot about that. He is a male. Okay, so what I'm going to do for this one is, just because I don't know where I'm going to be in the series when this month ends, I'm going to do the next book in the Skyward, I always forget, Skyward series. And so that's either going to be Defending Elysium or Starsight, both by Brandon Sanderson. So I just don't know where I'm going to be quite yet. This is an ebook, and this I will be having as an ebook soon. Oh, this would have worked for the library one, because I am getting it from the library. I'm on the hold list for it. So there, fulfills both prompts now. We did it, folks. We did it. Let me do a little recap of everything that I have on my TBR, the 8 books that I chose / audiobooks. And yeah, let's just do a little recap. Okay, so for as a quick recap, we have a page that ended in an odd number. We have A Midwinter's Tale by Lily Hayward. For a book written by a male author, we have Whatever Is Next in My Series by Brandon Sanderson, the Skyward series. Whatever book I'm on next will be the next one I read. For a reread, we have The Absinthe Underground by Jamie Paxton. For a book with less than 350 pages, we have It's a Love-Skate Relationship by Carly J. Corson. For your friend picks your next read, we have The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark, which is V.E. Schwab and Kat Clark writing together. For Blue on the Cover, we have Tinkerbell and Enchanter's Tale. And lastly, for A Huge Shoes, we have The Hyacinth Labyrinth by Jamie Paxton. I think that's everything that I picked. It should be 8 books. Yeah, 8 books. Okay, cool. I think we did it. Go us. But if you stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. Please comment down any book you're excited to read in February, and if you've read any of these books, let me know. Otherwise, just leave a fairy emoji, because I have 2 fairy books to read this. Well, actually, 3 fairy books to read this month. Excuse the fact that my tongue just did that. Okay, I'm ending the video now. Thank you so much. Bye.